Many of you may or may not be familiar with the channel Sprout. Sprout was a channel that was basically a younger kids version of PBS Kids. Sprout had many different shows to watch, including Barney and even Bob the Builder. But most of those shows like that didn't stick out. It was the originals, especially the channel's mascots. But as you may have noticed, many of those mascots are puppets. Hi everyone, welcome back to Christian and Noah's Fun Toys TV. I'm Christian, and today I will be talking about the puppets that were on the channel Sprout. So let's get right into it. Chapter 1, Chica. Let's just say if you know Sprout, you know Chica. For those of you who don't know, Chica is a chicken-based puppet who was the mascot of Sprout for a very long time. Chica was first introduced to the channel around 2007. Here are some original tests they did for Chica. Chica's main performance was in the Sunny Side Up show, but then later went on to the Chica show. The Chica show introduced us to Chica's parents. The main cast of this show worked at a place called the Costume Coop, basically a play on words, aka meaning they're chickens. Chickens live in a coop, and you could buy costumes there. Eventually in the segment, Chica, along with her other friends, would turn into animated characters. But we're here to talk about the puppet. So let's get back to that. If I had to make a guess where this puppet is today, it's most likely with all of the other supplies that they use for filming, probably still with Universal Kids. If you want to get your own, well, here's a puppet that was able to buy, but it is extremely rare. There's also a Chica plush, but a lot of people have seen those before. In conclusion, Chica was probably my favorite puppet from Sprout for a long time, and still continues to be. But there are plenty of more puppets to go, so let's move on. Chapter 2, Star. For those who don't know, Star was a puppet that aired on Sprout in the Good Night Show. Him with either one of the hosts. The main one that most people remember is Nina, but actually, Noel McNeil, the puppeteer and voice of Bear in Bear in the Big Blue House, once was the host on this show. But besides that, Star has been through many variants. Now, his first design looked sort of like this. I personally don't find anything wrong with this design, it's just not the one I grew up watching. Many people may remember him wearing a nightcap all the time, and like in this early plush version of him, yes, he is. But he would only typically wear it when he went to bed. Star has also made an appearance on the Sunny Side Up show with Chica, except he can talk and Chica can't. I'm not exactly sure why Sprout decided to change his design, but they did anyway. And this is what it ended up looking like. Now that I think about it, the differences are that the other one's eyes are smaller and it has a bigger mouth, but this one definitely has a lot less stars on its cheek. But I'd say he's a pretty cool character. A similar situation to Chica. If you've watched Sprout, then you've seen Star. And no, I'm not talking about this one. This one definitely looks a lot like Star, just takes the fun out of the original one. Anyways, let's move on to Chapter 3, the Caillou puppets. Whether you loved it or you hated it, Caillou was a show we all watched. I used to absolutely love this show for some reason. I don't know why. But we're not here today to talk about him. We're here to talk about his cat. Wait, I need to get a better picture. Ah, yes, that's better. These are the Caillou puppets from the puppet segments. And you may be thinking, since when were there Caillou puppets? Now, there were these weird hand puppet toys, yeah, we're not going to talk about these ones. Back on task. These puppets were used for shorter segments unrelated to anything in the episode. The characters consisted of some of Caillou's toys and his cat Gilbert. The toys being his dinosaur Rexy and the bear. I don't know if he ever necessarily had a name besides Teddy. Anyway, these puppets are pretty cool and nostalgic to anyone who's seen them before. Unlike Star and Chica, though, I can't make any guesses of where these puppets are now. Maybe the puppeteers have them? I don't know. Either way, let's move on to Chapter 3, The Pajanimals. The Pajanimals is a show made by the Jim Henson Company, and I absolutely loved this show back then. The show consisted of 4 animals who just basically wore their pajamas. They also solved problems that one of them had every night. The main 4 puppets consist of Squacky the duck, Cowbella the cow, Sweet Pea Sue the horse, and Apollo the dog. This show was really good back then. I mean, I don't really remember learning anything from this show, but these characters were really cool. Even though most of the episodes were Cowbella getting mad over something, it's still okay. Now, these puppets are actually sometimes occasionally on display in the Museum of the Moving Image in New York City. I went to that museum, but I didn't see these guys. And I'll be honest, I was very disappointed. I genuinely think this show needs more attention. But, it's already canceled. Unless they bring it back. Please bring it back. I love this show so much that I literally recently bought a Squacky plush. And if you guys don't believe me, I used it in the video about a week ago. Moving on to our next chapter, Snug. Snug is an orange dog puppet later introduced by the end of Sprout's run. The show was originally called Sprout House, but then later rebranded to Snug's House due to Universal Kids taking over. For the little bit of time Snug was on Sprout, I remember him. He has a very creative name and a cool design. Like Chica and Star, I'm pretty sure Universal Kids still owns this puppet, and it could still be in use today. I'm not really sure. And if you guys are wondering, do you have a plush of him? I made one. Here he is. I've actually never showed this on my channel before. I actually sewed this one up, which is pretty cool because I don't do that much. But I like this one. It's pretty cool. I wish they would make one. But this is good for now. I do plan to make more Sprout plush, but that's not the topic of this video, so let's keep going. As we're getting deeper into the Sprout puppets, these become more unknown. Well, the next one's probably more known than Snug, but we're going to do it anyway. Lazy Town was a show that I and many other people used to watch. The main cast consisted of 3 live-action actors and 4 puppets. Well, 5 counting the mayor. The puppet characters consisted of Ziggy, Stingy, Pixels, and Trixie. I'll be honest, these puppets are really weird looking. Like, you tried to make them very real, so why don't you just do real live-action actors? I don't know. But at the same time, we wouldn't have been talking about them today. So, thanks, I guess? Like most of the others, I am not sure where these puppets are. That's because it was not filmed here, and I'm really not sure where those puppets could possibly be. Now, on to our very last chapter of this video. Banjo from the Let's Go show. This is one of the Sprout shows that was definitely not more well known. The Let's Go show was a type of show that was kind of like the Sunny Side Up show and the Good Night show. The puppet character is named Banjo. She is a pink dog who plays the banjo, if it wasn't obvious. Now, I didn't watch this show as much as the others. I still remember seeing all these characters, especially Banjo. Most of these episodes could possibly become lost media because these shows were only on Sprout and really can't be found anywhere else. But either way, this is one of Sprout's coolest puppets. It has a great design, and it's really cool. Well, that about wraps it up for these Sprout puppets. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and like if you want more videos just like this. I'll see you guys later.